Tonight's story is about a princess, a deep sleep, and the quiet power of love and patience. So, get cozy and close your eyes. Let's begin the gentle tale of Sleeping Beauty. Once upon a time, in a quiet kingdom, a king and queen welcomed their first child, a baby girl with soft eyes and a peaceful smile. To celebrate, they invited everyone in the land to a grand celebration. The castle was filled with music, flowers, and joy. Wise fairies came to give blessings, kindness, beauty, and a heart full of grace. All was peaceful until someone arrived who hadn't been invited. One fairy, who had long lived far away, stepped into the hall. Her cloak was dark and her eyes were cold. She had been forgotten and her heart felt heavy with hurt. She raised her voice, and with a chill in the air, she made a promise. When the princess turns 16, she will prick her finger on a spindle and fall into a deep, endless sleep. A quiet hush fell over the room. But before fear could settle, another fairy stepped forward. Her light was soft and warm, and she knelt by the cradle. "She will sleep," the kind fairy said gently, "but not forever. She will wake when love finds her. Until then, she will rest in peace." And with that, a sense of calm returned. The king and queen nodded, and the people slowly breathed again. The years went by, and the princess grew. She was gentle, full of laughter, and loved to sing to the birds and walk among the flowers. The king ordered every spindle in the kingdom to be taken away. But time has a way of weaving stories we do not expect. On her 16th birthday, the princess wandered through the quiet halls of the castle, and in a forgotten tower, she found something old and strange. The room was still. Sunlight dusted the air, and in the corner stood a spindle, gently spinning thread. The princess tilted her head and stepped closer. She reached out, just curious, and touched the tip of the spindle. A tiny prick. Her hand dropped, her eyes closed, and like a falling leaf, she sank into the softest sleep. The news spread like a hush through the halls. One by one, the castle grew still. The guards nodded off at their posts. The cooks fell asleep at their ovens. The king and queen dozed gently on their thrones. All around the castle, vines grew. Flowers wrapped the walls. Birds quieted their songs. Time slowed, and the castle slept. Many years later, a prince from a distant land heard the tale of the sleeping castle. He followed the story through forests and streams, over hills and through meadows. And one day, he reached the edge of the vines. They parted for him as if they knew he came with kindness in his heart. He stepped quietly into the silent halls. He walked through rooms full of peaceful sleepers, past the kitchen, where bread had long cooled, past the library, where books lay open and still, until he came to a quiet tower. There, in a soft bed of linens, lay the princess, just as the story said. He knelt beside her and gently took her hand. Her eyes fluttered open. Like morning after the longest dream, she blinked and saw him there, warm and calm. The castle stirred. The birds sang once more. The vines slowly pulled back, and joy returned to the quiet halls. The princess had awoken, not with grand noise or bright lights, but with patience, love, and gentle timing. Now it's time to rest, little one. May your dreams be full of wonder, patience, and gentle awakenings. Good night.